All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between SoIn and Hawk taking place here on Twisted Meadows. Yes, it is WarCraft 3 time. I did end up having to download a NetEase patch. For those of you guys who did not know, NetEase patch is now finally released, and all of those 1.30.3 and 0.4 changes on the Night Elf have finally been committed over to the NetEase servers. So that is going to be good news. Other good news, I purposely looked for games that did not have Night Elf today. So we should not see some crazy Keeper of the Grove unless somehow there's some random computer glitch. Hacky, thank you for those bits earlier. Yep. Yeah, I think that was my 6th or 7th win. If I knew I was gonna win, I probably would have tried recording it. I think that's my first back-to-back win, winning both in back-to-back wins in Tetris Battle Royale. Sorry, my mind just, I'm watching Tetris pieces fall in my cloud of vision. No, I am not a Tetris god. There's a lot of really good Tetris players. I couldn't sleep this morning, and I was like, well, let's see who's on Twitch. And I saw a Japanese grandmaster play Tetris, and my mind was literally blown. If you guys follow me on Facebook and or Twitter, then, well, you guys will have seen he has played 118 games of Tetris 99, and he's won 100 of them. That is how good that gentleman is. Have I played WarCraft recently? I have not. I have not played WarCraft very recently at all. We are going to be looking at a Blade Master coming along the backside here. I do like this build, or this particular build, because what's going to happen is the Grunt is going to go ahead and aggro that Rock Golem, right? And then the Grunt is going to pass through this Blade Master. As soon as it does that, the Blade Master will turn back around, and all of a sudden you have a Rock Golem that's stuck between two locations right here. The Rock Golem will end up getting taken down, and once the Rock Golem is taken down, that Orc Burrow should unload right there, and the Blade Master pretty much gets an easy item right there, and, well, already up to 120 experience. Meanwhile, back on the other side, Archmage has picked up a Wand of Mana Stealing, has Slippers of Agility, does also have that Forest Troll Shadow Priest, mainly here for healing though, as opposed to any sort of, well, other abolished magic strategy that has become a little bit more commonplace as of late. Footman quickly running over to that Null Warden. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Waiting for those. Is this replay from 1.30.4? I believe so, but I am not 100% certain. I believe after today's games, I will only be downloading the more recent replays, and then from then on out, we should be only getting those 1.3.4. I'm not 100% sure if this was NetEase pre-patch. I think the system on the NetEase side, does it allow you to watch older replays? It might allow you to do that. Yeah, not 100% sure about that. Anyways, Blade Master now coming in from behind, may be able to try to take down that Forest Troll Shadow Priest or go after that Water Elemental. I do not believe there's Dust of Appearance on the Archmage at all, as the Blade Master, breaks Windwalk. And now that Forest Troll Shadow Priest could end up getting taken down. There it goes. Blade Master almost at level 2. And now getting some easy damage onto some other units as well. This Footman down to 189, still wanting to get away. Blade Master at 126. And that Sobi Mask may actually be extra beneficial to try and finish off a couple of these Footmen. By getting 50% better mana regeneration, perhaps 1 or 2 Windwalk strikes could have been executed. But no such luck. Back down on the south side, Town Hall about 40% done. A quick tech to tier 2 underway in addition to that Arcane Vault. Meanwhile, what is the Archmage going to do here? Just continuing to creep around. Now, the Hawk's Archmage is about to get to level 3. And in years past, I could even predict perhaps a Beastmaster coming in for that engagement to try to put pressure on these Orc Burrows. Now, with the change in fortified armor at the War Mail, Blade Master may be able to finish off another Footman here. Blade Master is sitting at 159 hit or 159 mana. Is the Footman going to be able to get in front here? Hawk down to 98 hit points. Blade Master should have no problem getting in front. There's one shot. There is two, getting in a little bit more experience again. Back off to the north, Archmage is still sitting at level 2. What is going on here? Who's going to get the experience? Archmage does, as this Water Elemental is now down to 64 hit points, down to 44. Is he going to be able to get away in time? I do believe so. And with that said and done, experience is, well, handled. Town Hall about 90% completed. A couple of low hit point footmen hiding behind this Town Hall. Meanwhile, Archmage is looking to put pressure on this Tauren Totem off to the north. You remember, Spirit Walkers are now trained from that Tauren Totem. Archmage, however, unable to steal any real mana. And this is going to be a problem as though, oh, the Grunt almost got a 3 units around right there. Shadowhunter could try and come across, get a quick Hex. Water Elemental is going to be dropped back down. You can see a little bit of damage there. Is that Grunt going to get taken out? Archmage, is he going to try and chase after all those units? No. Instead, using a Scroll of Town Portal in order to get away. Water Elemental not going to be able to finish off this Tauren Totem. It does have fortified armor now. And, well, Water Elemental is pretty much just watering this piece of wood as it tries to slip on inside. Back down on the other side, Archmage has quickly used a Scroll of Regeneration, buys a Potion of Healing, and a Clarity Potion. Using that Clarity Potion, we are going into a Mountain King and going into dual Arcane Sanctums. Now, Hawk's follow-up play is going to really determine the course of the game right now. At this point, Humean has a number of options. He can either try to expand or continue creeping with what he currently has, and then try to do a push around 45 to 50 food. It appears to be that is going to be the case, but the Archmage does desperately want to get to level 4. Once it gets to level 4, it will have significant mana bonus for all of those priests and sorceresses, and it looks like we are going to be staying comfortably at tier 2. Meanwhile, Mountain King joining on in this fight here, going to be able to take this out, picks up a Tome of Experience. This is going to get it very close to level 3. It will not get there exactly, but it's just going to be a hop, skip, and a jump away. And with level 3, you're going to have, well, either higher Thunderclap or a higher Stormbolt, both of which are very effective in this human versus orc matchup. Now, what we may also see eventually is the Archmage transitioning away from Water Elementals and then trying to go into Blizzard with Thunderclap. That is a common strategy, as well as the Footmen are taking a little bit too much damage. Both sides doing a lot of creeping as the Blade Master sits at 2 with a Healing Salve. Shadowhunter sits at level 2 right now with a Sobi Mask and a Pendant of Energy. Archmage looking to back up here, wants to give a little bit of extra experience to that Mountain King. Mountain King now sitting at level 3. Hawk is sitting at 3-3 compared to a 2-2. And the Shadowhunter and the Blade Master just now got to level 3. Let's take a look. There are some low hit point units, and you can't just allow this to happen when you're going up against a wind-walking Blade Master. That Footman gonna get taken down right there. There it goes. Sorceresses are now out onto the field, as a Peon will get taken out as well. Mountain King may try to go for some sort of Thunderclap. It does have double wand of mana stealing here. May try and Thunderclap across all of those units in the back, slow them down, deal a little bit more damage. What did he sell? Picks up a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability as the Blade Master comes across with another Windwalk Strike. Windwalk Strike dealing bonus 70 damage in addition to whatever the normal swing is. And on top of that, being able to get within that 0 melee or range because he can simply pass through units. Back down here to the south, we are still looking at keep. We're at 46 over 50 supply compared to 48 over 54. SoIn is going to be in a good spot right now as he moves on into the middle game. Archmage drops a Water Elemental. It looks as though he's going to stay at level 3. Mountain King and Archmage. This is going to be an uncomfortable spot until the Archmage is able to get a lot more mana. He doesn't want to go up and engage without Water Elementals. Then the Archmage is not really providing nearly as much utility as the Water Elemental does deal a lot of damage. Didn't saw that game. Oh, but I don't know what game you're talking about. Anyways, let's take a look back across over here. Ogre Magi about to get taken down. And I just realized I have like a little scroll bar on my viewer. Can I fix that? Let me try. All right, let's see. There we go. All right, if I get over 100 viewers, the scroll bar might reappear, but you know what? That's a good problem to have. The 1U casting. Oh, you didn't see this game. All right, let's come back down across over here. Hawk gonna go ahead and try and well, needs to defend this arcane vault. Meanwhile, Shadowhunter and Blademaster are going to go in and engage. Yeah, this is just a ladder game, hence only 2 viewers. As we can see, the Arcane Vault has been taken down. Spellbreakers are no longer in the queue, as you're going to see a little bit of a retreat. Quick Stormbolt onto the Spirit Walker. Spirit Walker, however, going to go into the Ethereal form. It has to be very careful. There's a Thunderclap right there, as the Mountain King does have a bit of mana. There's a Stormbolt again. Are there sorceresses nearby? Yeah, gonna try. Oh, gonna go ahead and try and stay alive long enough. However, the Spirit Walker gets slowed down once more. Stormbolt once again, and the Archmage now gets to level 4. Calculated risk to get Brilliant Aura at level 2. Archmage is going to head over here to the Ogre Magi Creep Camp. Hawk sitting at 50 over 66. SoIn sitting at 58 over 70. SoIn currently losing the economic advantage, but does have the larger army. Meanwhile, it looks as though Hawk may just have more upgrades. If that could be the case, let's take a look. Sorceresses and Priest are both at Adept training, and here we go. Water Elemental going to be quickly dropped down. Ogre Magi going to go ahead and chase after that Water Elemental here, and this could potentially be a problem. SoIn can really capitalize on his opponent right now, as his back is exposed. As here we go, let's take a look. We do have Bloodlust. Water Elemental going to go ahead and engage. Water Elemental trying to take down a Wind Rider. Wind Rider quickly with that healing wave, though, as the Wind Rider is going to be able to just simply dive over that front line continuing to fall very hard as the Wind Riders are slowed. You're able to get a little bit of distance between all of those units, as the Archmage still looking to back up here. Let's take a look. Another Wind Rider finishes off a Priest again, trying to finish off the remaining units. The Raiders are slowed. Militia now joining in on the fight, as it is close enough to home. A big Thunderclap again, and no more Wand of Mana Stealing. Scroll of Speed, however, being used in order to try and shut down that Wind Rider. As you can take a look, another healing wave, bouncing units and healing them back all up. Alright, Sorceresses and Priests continuing the fight. Spellbreaker gets a critical strike off. Healing wave onto the Raider, and the Shadowhunter by now has to be low on mana. No, has a Pendant of Energy and still has a Potion of Greater Mana if it wants to continue this battle. SoIn in the driver's seat of this game right now, with so much healing and so much damage mitigation simply coming in from the Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter still has 510 mana, or maximum, as the Archmage is going to be forced to retreat. Are we going to see the Wind Riders perhaps finish off another unit or two? No, but saves a low hit point Spirit Walker in the process. These people are improving and practicing hard on ladder. It could be the same interesting than cup games. Yeah, you also don't have a true series, so you don't have the whole entire, like, okay, I did this last time, what am I gonna do this time? When you're playing in ladder, I guess at a very, very high ELO, you could continue to play the same people over and over, though. All right, let's take a look back across here. We are getting more Priest, 1 Scout Tower not upgraded, and we're looking at the Archmage and the Mountain King still wandering around, both sitting at level 4, going up against a level 4 Blademaster and an almost 4 Shadowhunter. However, we do not have a fortress, so we're not going to be going into the Tauren Chieftain as I originally expected. Shadowhunter now gets the level 4 here, could easily drop that Pendant of Energy and then pick it back up, or even just transfer the Sobi Mask over to the Blademaster. No, actually, no, the Pendant of Energy over to the Blademaster, so it gets a little bit more. Hey, how old are these replays? These replays were uploaded today. I do not know the exact patch number, though. I believe they're 3.2 or 3.3 or 3.4. On Northrend, I play all top EU players, and every game can be the same, harder than a cup game. Yep. That could be true too. You may exactly know what your opponent is doing and still end up not knowing exactly or properly executing the counter. 9 times out of 10 in the current meta, you know that a Night Elf player is going to be going for Keeper of the Grove with mass archers, and just recently does it feel like some people have been able to break that particular build and that meta with very, very efficient play. Blade Master going to come across inside here, perhaps steal the Rock Golem. Yes, does exactly that. Picks up the item. I believe it was a Boots of Quel'Tha loss. And that's going to give an additional 1.8 armor and plus 6 critical strike damage. Scroll of Town Portal quickly teleports everyone back home. As the Archmage sits at level 4. Mountain King, where did the Mountain King go? Mountain King up in the front line. Spellbreakers not too far behind. 13 to 15 damage per swipe. Alright. For Spirit Walkers ready to come on through. Raiders are all getting into position again. Where is that Blade Master going to try and push on into? And that is the question. Oh, we may have a potential creep jack as well, or perhaps a flanking spot. One Arcane Tower not even really being repaired at all. No slow either, as Scroll of Speed quickly counters that slow and maintains maximum movement speed, but still, if it turned around to try and attack, it would still be affected by the attack speed debuff. Alright, Spellbreakers making their way through. Kodo Beast, hungry Kodo chomping on a Spellbreaker, having an easy time here. Water Elementals getting disenchanted, and Hawk may now actually be in a little bit of trouble. Wind Riders are just continuing to push through, and if they're able to get big damage across some of these casters, well, then the caster numbers could be up. All right, Shadow Hunter could get, healing waves just in a nick of time. Down to 53, down to 55. Has double pendants and will go ahead and Scroll of Town Portal back home. All right, let's take a look at this. He could easily drop both pendants, Clarity Potion, or Potion of Mana, and then pick them back up. He would have a tremendous amount of mana in just a few seconds. Archmage, Sorceresses, Spellbreakers all here, ready to go, looking to finish off the Null Overseer. Priest very far back. We'll see what he's going to be doing there, as there are a lot of Sorceresses up in that front line, absorbing much of that damage. Excuse me, no, Spellbreakers up in that front line, absorbing much of the damage that is intended for the Sorceress and the Priest. Does Humean still have a chance? Humean does have a chance, but SoIn is definitely in the driver's seat right now. You can take a look. Wait, what? All right. Apparently, Hawk just decided to give up. All right. So Hawk with the higher score just gives up, and I guess that's the downside when the games are not officially in a cup. It could be premature GG or something like that. I didn't see a battle. Did I miss something? Oh, thank you, Mojo. Thank you for the cheer. I will continue to keep up the good work, or at least I will try to continue to keep up the good work. All right, there's that game. I played you on a 2v2. Oh, wait, no, talking to someone else. All right, I see how it is. All right, thanks for watching.